that ain't even the worst about Derry, because even if you don't run into Penny, like I just said, let's not forget this show is based in the 1960s, which in my opinion might be even worse than dealing with Pennywise, because aside from the fact that there wasn't much to do in the 60s,
I'm inclined to agree, because you know, I don't gotta explain any further.
you know, growing up, just like movies, I always wanted to be on TV. And again, not like on TV, more like in the show. But
fair.
Now that
I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to be on TV, bro. I wanted to be like, y'all know Zach Morris, Zach from Zach and Cody. I wanted to be like the cocky character that was just shooting at every girl type. When I was back in like middle school, elementary school type stuff, I wanted to be a Disney show character, bro. In all seriousness, bro. Like real life, like. I wanted to be that type. Like I was seeing Zach Morris in them, because Saved by the Bell used to be on Netflix. I used to watch that man. Every fine girl that walked through that school, that man, lacing them threes in. He was pulling every girl, and he still had the baddest in the school. What was her name? Kelly. Still had the baddest in the school. Same with Zach from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. This man, bro, every shorty that walked to that hotel, every threes across the board. I'm telling you, their names both started with Z. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, bro, I need to get like that, bro. I need to get like that, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy, bro. I was really on that.
wised up, I realized I don't want to be in any of these shows. These shows would be terrible to live in. And that's what we're going over today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over some shows I'd absolutely hate to live in. And don't worry, I know everyone doesn't watch every show, so I'll try and tell you everything you need to know before I explain why I'd hate living in them, all right?
Yep.
And in the end, I'll go over one of the shows that I would not only hate to live in the most, but also a show I've been meaning to talk about for a minute. And without further ado...
Oh yeah, Chainsaw Man for sure. Chainsaw Man for sure. I wouldn't want to live in, bro. Like Chainsaw Man, I don't know. Chainsaw Man be flying under the radar for a lot of people, but it's like, bro, they be like all the fights that be happening with these devils, bro. Everyone dies. Everyone in the city dies. To be fair, if I'm not wrong, most of the time this be happening in Japan, right? This is like most they're like only really in Japan. I know there is some, they do mention America in the series at times, but I think a lot of the action really be in Japan. So I feel bad for anyone who's in Japan. But if I was in this verse and I was in Japan, I would just off myself, bro. Or someone's gonna kill me eventually. You have no peace here, bro. And like the things that are here to kill the devils are not here to save your life. They really care less. Do you think Denji actually cares about your life? If I was in peril and like the gun devil was after me, Denji does not care about saving my life unless I got double D titties and a really good butt. He don't care. Like this verse got nothing. It got nothing out for you, bro. Drop the Nitro Zeph. I got y'all after stream, bro. I'm gonna be dropping them in waves because my bank card be getting fried when I buy too much at once. So I do know the giveaway is over though. I'm not holding y'all. Why would I hold my own fans? If y'all are in, why would I do that? Come on, y'all.
Gotta be one of the worst shows to live in. And I'm saying this as someone who loves this series. Like I really do love it, bro. The movie made me cry. But please keep me away from the show.
Yeah, this movie was tough though. Didn't make me cry, but definitely better than that Fraud Slayer movie for sure. Best anime movie of the year.
Before I even talk about it, let me give you the rundown like I said. If you've never seen it, Chainsaw Man's is anime where we follow this teenager named Denji, who after getting murked by some Yakuza members, comes back to life with the ability to release chainsaws from his body and becomes a devil hunter. And you see, that's where the problem lies in this show. Not the chainsaws coming out the body thing, that probably would hurt though, but the devils. The world in this show is full of them, and these things are the worst. The devils in this show are pretty much human-hating, human-eating monsters that come from fear, human fears, each one of them being a different concept. Concept? What do I mean? Well, let's take for example something I'm scared of. Dolls. I don't rock with them, and neither do a lot of people on Earth. I ain't alone. And in the Chainsaw Man world, this fear we have for them would be enough to create a doll devil. But only one. You following? So now imagine that whole process I just said, but for like every single thing ever. I mean it too, everything. A car devil, a doctor devil, an awkward silence devil. Anything could be a devil as long as people are scared of it. But that's not even all of it, because since the devils in this world come from fear, it only makes sense that the strongest ones are not only the most feared, but they can gain or lose strength depending on what's going on in the world. New Conjuring film drops, Ghost Devil gets stronger. Inflation goes up, unemployment devil gets stronger. ZEPHFIRE happens, Israel devil gets weaker.
Message!
It's such a cool power system.
Yo, you better not lose your sponsors over that one, bro. Hey, shout out Derek, man. Free outside on y'all niggas, man. Yeah,
like I'm admiring from a distance. I don't want to live
I'm
there.
crying.
It would be terrifying. You don't know when they could randomly strike. Imagine you just chilling at the crib one day in the living room, minding your business. Oh wow, it's a really nice day outside.
So
The gun devil just sneezed and blasted away your crib in 5 cities. And they don't even gotta be to that scale. Even if you get rolled up on by a barely scary devil, you'd probably get packed. You're human. And in that situation, dying wouldn't even be the worst part. It's the aftermath. It would be embarrassing. Imagine my homies come to my funeral asking what killed me. Did they say what got him? Yeah, they said it was the cheese devil. There's hella lactose intolerant people. It probably could. And that's not even me mentioning devil contracts. I'm not even gonna get into that. Like I said, I love this show, but Chainsaw Man is horrible to live in. But I'd rather live.
But I wasn't even thinking about it in that context, though. Like, when y'all heard me saying my explanation earlier, it wasn't even about that. That actually makes it worse. Dude, everything? Do you know how many phobias there are? Dude, niggas got phobias on holes, bro. There's gonna be like a hole devil there or something. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, man. I gotta change my damn. I don't know why it went to Yahoo. It actually pissing me off. But let me see phobias. There is 100 types of phobias, bro. Imagine. Come on, bro.
Than to live in.
I've never seen this show, but I've seen it all over the place. And whenever people react to it, they get mad views. I don't know if my fan base is into it, but I'm down to potentially get into like this in like Has Been Hotel and all that jazz next year, potentially. I don't know if I've never been recommended it on the channel though. So I don't know how y'all are, if y'all niggas are actually into it for real. But I might just out of curiosity, cause they get this show gets views, gang. Let me play the video and I'll pull it up.
Some of y'all may know this show, some of y'all may not, but the ones that do know. For as vibrant and as colorful as this show may seem, it has a dark undertone. Like, this show is prison. This show is an indie animated show where we follow this group of people who are trapped in a video game, the amazing digital circus. They put on these headsets one day and were transported into the game, and now they're stuck. So it's kind of like Sword Art Online, minus, you know, the weird brother and sister stuff. And I think the reason for this one is pretty straightforward, guys. Why would I ever want to be in this situation? Why? If I'm in here, I'd literally be trapped. Trapped as a goofy looking video game character, which, by the way, can one of y'all draw me as one? I want to see what y'all think I look like. With no memory of my name, and forced to go on daily adventures by this lunatic AI that's running the circus. This junk is horrible. And that's not even all of it, because if, or should I say...
Yeah, peep this, bro. Peep this, chat. 43 million views in 2 weeks. That is unbelievable motion. That is unbelievable, unconceivable motion. 98 million in 4 months. Like, they're doing something great here. This is, bro, this is a lot of money, bro. Even from a non-money perspective, as an indie team and you have this much love, this is crazy. This is crazy. I've heard SMG4 is on the team. Someone said in the chat, I heard SMG4 is on the team. Is that why he's retiring? Because I know I've been watching SMG4 since I was in middle school, bro. That man was hilarious. I think I'm still subbed. I'm not subbed no more. I'm out of unsubbed. But I'm an OG. He did end, yeah. But, like, bro, if he's part of that team, man, hey, he's well off, bro. He's well off, man. He's well off. Trust me. He is well off. But I might tap in. I'm low key curious, bro. y'all doing something right if this is the views y'all get. Does Hasbin get as much as this? Like, this is motion, bro. There's no influencers out that get that type of motion, bro. No there, like, not even I Show Speed can pull that. If I Show Speed got a show out right now, he's not pulling that, bro. This is motion that you gotta understand for real. SMG4 so goated, not for real. SMG4's FNAF video is like his best one. Look at this, bro. 121 mil. I didn't know it was 6 years old. I thought this was a new show. I thought Hasbin Hotel was new. Yeah, 20 million in a year. Like, bro, they're making moves, man. They are making moves, bro. So I'm down to get in there. You mess with Digital Circus? Never seen it. I'd love to tap in. They're doing something. If they're getting that many views, they're doing something. Like, when they're doing when I be seeing stuff that get motion like that, I kind of just gotta see just to see what the move is. But I know, like, Skibbity Toilet was pulling like 60 mil views in its prime. Like, I'm not watching Skibbity Toilet, bro. That's where I draw the line. I don't care if it gets 100 million in a day. I'm not watching no Skibbity Toilet, bro. Not at all. You got motion too, Zeph? I appreciate you. Let me go back. Let me see what he said about this.
You know, the weird brother and sister stuff. And I think the reason for this one is pretty straightforward, guys. Why would I ever want to be in this situation? Why? If I'm in here, I'd literally be trapped. Trapped as a goofy looking video game character, which, by the way, can one of y'all draw me as one? I want to see what y'all think I look like. With no memory of my name and forced to go on daily adventures by this lunatic AI that's running the circus. This junk is horrible. And that's not even all of it, because if, or should I say when, I eventually lose my mind in this world, I'll abstract, which is pretty much the equivalent of death. You become a giant digital monster and they pretty much toss you in the basement. Wow. This place is terrible, and that's just episode 1 stuff. When you combine that with the stuff we learned in the latest episode, man, this place is purgatory. Only bright side about this place is the people you're stuck with are pretty chill. Like, hanging out with Kinger or Zubul would be dope, and there might be a way to get out. I know after the latest episode it's not looking like it, but
what is this show about for real though? Like, is it like that terrible? Is it like introspective on the characters, or is like the game like that insufferable for them to live through? Because he's not describing what they have to live through. He's just saying, I would hate to be trapped. But like, what do they go through in the show to like have it be that terrible, bro? The Matrix. Okay. Existentialism is what you're gonna have to find out yourself. Basically, if I have no mouth and I must scream. That bad? Really?
Still believe.
That bad? It's that bad? Say swear.
Unless it's like that one Black Mirror episode where instead of being a real person trapped, you're actually a copy of someone real, but just in the game. That'd be messed up.
Yup. But I'm a low key. If there's like a lore video on Amazing Digital Circus, we've been doing a lot of lore videos on the channel. If any of y'all in chat know one, or I might find one on my own, I'm gonna write it down right now before I press play. Y'all let me know, cause I am 100% down to see what the word is on that. But it's like literally whenever I see Amazing Digital Circus stuff on my timeline, it's either people just praising the voice acting of the show or it's goons. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know the show was that dark. Because whenever I see it on my timeline, I ain't gonna lie, it's like niggas quote retweeting goons of it, bro. I'm like, alright, bro. Like, are y'all niggas just all horny? What's wrong with y'all niggas? But it turns out it's not. From how y'all describing it, it don't seem like it. Welcome to Derry. I'm never living in. Derry might be worse than Gotham. Would y'all rather deal with the Gotham villain or Pennywise? I might rather deal with the Gotham villain in all seriousness, bro. I said this in the other video.
So I just finished watching this show, and let me tell you something. If I'm not stepping a foot in Chainsaw Man, you couldn't get a follicle of me in Derry. Before I even get into it, if you don't know, this show in simple terms is a prequel to the movie It. You know, killer clown named Pennywise, likes to eat kids, but just based in the 1960s, where we learn a little more about him and, you know, see what this motherfucker goes up to before the 80s. And the special thing about this show is, this is the first show on the list to have multiple reasons why I would never ever want to live there. First of them obviously being this dude Pennywise.
Yup.
A lot of y'all may know I've spoken about this guy on my channel before, saying how I beat the white off his skin and bully him to death. But y'all, I don't know what happened in those 20-something years between this show and the movie, but this dude in the show is way more terrifying than in the movie. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I don't know what happened, but this dude glued down those 27 years. He's washed. The difference is insane. Like in the movie, yeah.
Not facts. The movie, I don't know if it's different writers, but like he feels so nerfed. Watch the show, then go back. He feels so nerfed, bro. He feels so nerfed. It's so crazy. It's not even. They're not even the same character.
He'll do some scary stuff like transform into a creepy painted lady or a giant lumberjack statue. Yeah. But in the show, this guy will shapeshift into your deceased mother and make her give birth to you again.
Oh my god.
What the y'all see what I mean? This dude in the show is different. Stuff got so scary for the kids in this show that these kids started popping pills to avoid being scared of Pennywise. Like, this is ridiculous. Why didn't I think of that? Point is, if you living in Derry and this dude got an eye on you, just hang it up, bro, because it ain't even up to you. You gotta just pray this dude thinks you won't taste good or he's just not hungry today. And that's another thing that's bad about this. Since you a kid, even if you go and tell people you seen this dude, they not gonna believe you. You a kid, and it's the 60s. Even if you tell your parents, they ain't gonna care. These is Cold War times, baby. World War III can happen any second. Right. You got time to be worrying about your kids. But that ain't even the worst about Derry, because even if you don't run into Penny, like I just said, let's not forget, this show is based in the 1960s, which, in my opinion, might be even worse than dealing with Pennywise. Because aside from the fact that there wasn't much to do in the 60s.
I'm inclined to agree. Because, you know, I don't gotta explain any further.
Besides, like, I don't know, smoke cigarettes indoors. Let's remember, these times were not the safest for colored folk. And this show showed that very clearly. Like, I already knew how bad the racism was back then from what I learned in US history. But seeing it on the screen, bro, these motherfuckers was really racist. Like, shockingly racist. I don't want to dive into it too much, but if you want to know how bad it is, there's a scene in the show where this one guy gets wrongfully accused of murking 3 kids. And when he's given an opportunity to clear his name by just saying where he was the night of the incident, he refuses. Yeah, he refuses in fear of getting into more trouble, which just had me thinking, damn, what could this guy have been doing that could get you into more trouble than triple homicide? You want to know what he was doing? Hanging out with a white woman. That's all he was doing.
Snow Bunny, bro. Yo, when I tell you, when I saw that scene, I realized what he was doing. Dude, the eye roll that I committed, I think my eyes literally rolled all the way back and came out from the other side. I tell y'all this all the time, the mind control. Niggas was on my video saying, Zeph, you talking crazy, like you Snowfire. You should not be talking. That's what I be talking about, though. Don't talk about me, nigga. What y'all talking about, bruh?
Well, a little more than just hanging out. They got a little more buddy-buddy than that. And she was married. But still, that probably has some of y'all thinking, why wouldn't he just say that? An affair is clearly not worse than murking 3 children. Right? And you're right. That would definitely not get you in trouble today. But in the 60s, if the wrong group of white men get wind that they're abusive buddies...
There y'all go. Now everybody in the comments saying, this Zeph twin, Zeph relate to this character, bro. Snowfire in the show. Oh, brother. Y'all niggas would never catch me in this predicament ever. I don't even know when Snowfire started. I've never been with a white girl. I got a beautiful Nigerian queen with me right now, bro. I ain't never been with a white woman, bro. When I talk, that gotta be one of the only jokes. I don't know the origin. I don't know the origin, bro. Niggas is gonna start believing y'all niggas for real. Y'all keep saying it, man. Like, it's crazy. I had real life friends come up to me in real life. They be like, Zeph, you really like white women for real? Like, bro, where did this come from? I'm not saying I don't, but it's like, nigga, it's not to the extent of y'all. Bro, what we talking about, man? It's crazy. Snowfire disciple. Yeah, all right, bro. Everybody who says Snowfire get it banned. I'll get y'all niggas sniped. Same day, bro.
Grabbing a rope, grabbing their robe, and then after that, They ride at dawn. Yeah, this
Right.
junk used to be a death sentence. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Like, killing someone because your wife wants them is already stupid enough. But doing it off the basis of race is just even more stupid. Because does that mean if it was a white dude sleeping with his wife, he would have just been cool with it? Ah, go ahead, honey. F him all you want. Yeah, keep me out of Derry. This place is the worst, bro. The crazy part is there's even more messed up racist stuff that happens later in the show, but I don't want to spoil. So when you combo that with freaking Pennywise, yeah, this is going to be horrible. I'm still whooping the movie version of him though, don't get it twisted. But the show version, if he had my friend Hawkins like he had that one dude in the first movie,
Right.
and I told him to give him back, and he told me,
No.
yeah, keep him, bro. I'll make new friends, it's good. And now, for the show that I've been wanting to talk about for a minute.
I gotta run back Stranger Things on the main channel. I might drop a short video before the year end on it. And I have a long video that I'm getting done to drop in January on the entire show. I have a lot of videos in the tuck. I gotta make like a YouTube post, and I'm gonna just not make a YouTube post until I get all of it done. I'm gonna have a list of like a bunch of videos. I'm gonna just leave it there. I'll be like, I'm gonna keep this post up for a month and not post nothing else, just so y'all know like what I'm doing. But yeah, bro, Stranger Things. I don't think Stranger Things is that bad though, to like not live in. Why would I not want to live in Stranger Things? Like, unless if Vecna chooses me as his victim, that's the different story. But like, besides that, I think I'm good. What is there to fear, bro? There's what is there to fear? Like the monsters that, yeah, okay, I'm in the 70s, okay. But like the monsters, they don't care about regular, if they're all controlled by Vecna. The Demogorgon never killed innocent people. You don't gotta worry about no Demogorgon. Let's say I was what he was under. The Demogorgon is a nasty threat. He looks scary as hell. I don't even think I would have had the mental capacity to find out that he's scared of fire, because I would be too scared. But if I was in the same universe as them, the Demogorgon is never gonna come after me. Demodogs are never gonna come after me. If they were to, I'm dying instantly. I don't have the intelligence of them to be able to figure all that out. I don't know how they played D&D. They knew the weaknesses, bro. I did not. So Mind Flayer is where everybody was low-key a victim. Then I probably could have got touched. Pause. Vecna, if Vecna came for you, that's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets like Pennywise level, where you're hallucinating your death. He rises you to the sky and starts crunching your bones. That's when it gets crazy. Vecna's where it gets crazy. But again, has Vecna killed this? I don't think any of his victims were. I think I should be straight. I should.
No need to introduce
And I have no trauma for him to feed off. God, I'm pretty sure did his power not work on trauma, or it didn't matter whether you were traumatized or not.
Everyone knows this show, Stranger Things. Now look, I really like this show, but as much as I like it, and as much as it's been beloved for years, and I mean years, this chunk has been out since I was in 8th grade. You know how insane that is? I was
Not real life. I was in 8th grade. Not July 2016. Yeah, I was in 8th grade going into 9th. Yeah. Damn, bro. I remember when my cousins put me onto this show. Yeah, I was scared as hell, bro. Yo, the first season of this show, yeah, I was scared. I remember watching that first episode, seeing the Demogorgon pull up on Will. I was scared, bro. I was scared. That first season was some peak, gang. You were 11. I was 12. I was 12. Nah, I might have been 12. Nah, I was 12. I was 12.
From being pretty much the same age as these kids to now, I'm freaking 6 years older than them. That's crazy. As much as I like it, if I had a choice, I'm not living in Hawkins, Indiana. I'm not. From season 1 through season 5, this place has been the epicenter of so many problems, it's not even funny. Right? Season 1, you got a Demogorgon, which is pretty much a monster running around trying to eat you. Season 2, you don't have a Demogorgon, but you got demo dogs trying to eat you. Season 3, you got the Mind Flayer, townfolk possessed by the Mind Flayer, and Russians after you. Season 4, you got Vecna, who's pretty much the one running the whole operation, going after you. And then season 5 is just season 4, but he's stronger now, and everyone got 25%.
Dude, the evolution of this show, I'm not gonna lie, is so funny. it's so, because like this show starts as like a dark horror fantasy show for season 1. Season 2 is on that same timing. Like, I rewatched it for my video. I don't think season 2 is tonally that different. It might not have been as good to a lot of people. It's not tonally as different. Season 3 feels tonally different. Let me go to
season 3. You got the mind.
Season 3 feels tonally different. It feels a lot more colorful, a lot more vibrant, a lot more action packed. This one feels way more action movie compared to the first 2 seasons. But I liked season 3 quite a bit. Even the lighting was different. Yeah, the lighting of this, look how bright this season was compared to 1 and 2. Like this season was not that dark. This season was a lot more action packed. They made it more thriller. Yeah, if you go back to season 3, 11 has like 5 fights in that season. 11 does not fight that much in any other season, to my memory. She fights like 3 times. She fights against Billy. She fights the Mind Flayer in the hospital. She fights the Mind Flayer here. And if I'm not wrong, it's just something else. There's mad action in season 3. They really try to make it a thriller. Season 4 is also pretty dark as well. Season 4 is also pretty dark. But that's when you introduce Vecna. And like Vecna's a really good villain. But in season 5, I'm not gonna lie, bro. He feel like a Power Rangers villain, bro. I don't know how we got from the Demogorgon to Mr. Power Ranger over here. You drop Vecna, you put this design, and you just screenshot this, and you said this is a screenshot of Power Rangers 2. I'd believe you. He doesn't seem like something on Stranger Things, bro. This is a Power Ranger villain, bro. Season 5 is mixed. Season 5 is a BBL, straight booty. Yeah, I'm saying, bro. I wouldn't say season 5 is bad. I think it's dragged out. I think season 4 and 5 have the problem of being dragged out. Like season 4 was not bad, but there's stuff that was just way too dragged, in my opinion. Like the 11 subplot, especially the Russian one. I didn't even finish season 4 when it first dropped because I got so bored of the Russian side plot. And I was not a believer of skipping scenes. I don't like doing that. If I can't sit through a scene, I will stop watching the show. I don't skip. So I didn't even skip the scenes. I just stopped watching because of the Russia side plot. It was way too long. Season 4, you could cut like 3 episodes from that season and it'd be much stronger. It's just way too long. Season 5, I think is the same. Season 5 has become the planning season. Every single episode has like 7 plans. You could cut it down. It did not have to be 8 episodes. You could have cut the last season to like 4. Like, what has happened in these last 7 episodes, you could condense, in all honesty, bro. Like, it's just so dragged out, and niggas don't even talk for real, bro. Like, watch season 5. Niggas don't have regular conversations. It's always a plan. It's a plan or an argument. Niggas don't have regular convos no more, bro. They don't even feel like friends. And it's the last season. They don't even feel like a fam for real. It's odd, bro. It's odd. It's like the writers changed or something.
He's stronger now, and everyone got 25% cornier. This is horrible.
Literally.
And the main cast is the ones that had to deal with all of it. And I'm gonna be honest, if I'm in their shoes, I don't think I'm making it. Not as a main character. Whether it be death or me running away, I wouldn't last long. Matter of fact, I'll go down every season and I'll tell you every moment I would have called it if I even made it there. Season 1. The second me and the gang find out Will is missing and find his little girl near where he went missing and she got superpowers, yeah, deuces. Peace out. Unless it's me getting those powers, peace. Season 2, Will start doing that hallucinating neck touching stuff in front of me, I'm out. I'm out. Especially if I ever see him cough up a slug.
Crazy.
I'm out. Then season 3. See, season 3 is unique because at first it'll seem like everything is smooth. You know, it's the summer, 11 closed the gate last season. Milfs is chilling at the pool and stuff. We good. But the second I see we got Russia involved in our business. Now, Russia, a world superpower, is involved in our business.
I'm out.
Season 4, I don't even gotta see anything really. I probably won't even make it to Vecna. Cause when I hear the description of Chrissy's body after what Vecna did to her, yeah, I think I'm gonna sit this one out, y'all. And then season 5, man, after the stuff we went through in season 4, anything is enough for me to dip at this point. My guy,
right.
Max is in a coma. So the second I hear Dustin say some corny stuff like, I wanna see Vecna's heart on a platter. Are you serious, bro? What are you gonna do about it? I'm out, bro. I'm out.
Not right,
in
bro.
the main cast. Even as a regular person in Hawkins, not a part of the main cast, I'm not willing to be here. Because if I'm not in the main cast, that means I don't know anything about what's going on in this world at all. So imagine if I'm in season 4 and I hear that Vecna clock. I'm not gonna be prepared. I won't even know what's going on. I'm gonna just be like,
real life.
Hey, that's a neat looking clock. And it's gonna be like that every time, cause hey, that's a neat looking clock. And it's gonna be like that every time.
Nah, bro.
Doesn't matter what situation I'm in. A main cast member, a main cast parent, a civ. If I'm in Hawkins, Indiana, I'm finished. Even if I'm born straight into Hawkins lab and I'm one of them telekinetic force wielding children, I'ma just get freaking slimed out by Henry, so it don't matter. Man, you couldn't freaking pay me to be in Hawkins. Even excluding all this upside down Vecna stuff, I still don't want to be there. Not only would I, let's be honest, probably be a nerd so I'd get bullied, but also there's a chance I'd be friends with the main cast, and I don't want to be friends with the main cast. Yeah, it might sound crazy because all of them seem cool and all.
No way.
I've been noticing patterns, and I can
What's the explanation on this one? Let's see this.
confidently say these dudes are some snakes. Who would want to be in a friend group when you got dudes like Will trying to take his homegirl's boyfriend and dudes like Steve who's trying to take Nancy away from Jonathan, who originally took Nancy away from him? You think I'm gonna be cool with these dudes? You must be out of your mind. You can't have shit in this friend group. Especially if it was like the Steve, Jonathan, and Nancy situation. I'd be pissed. I'm too insecure for that. Let my girl bandage up her ex how Nancy was bandaging up Steve last season in the Upside Down. I'm gonna be heated when she come back. You like him or something? Why you would just let him bleed out? And you might say, oh, that's only
Real
2
life.
or 3 people out of the whole group. And to that I say, that's 2 or 3 snakes too many. Let me put it like this. If you had a batch of 10 apples, right? And out of those 10, 2 or 3 of them could take your girl from you, you probably not buying the batch, are you? That's all I'm saying. I'm not willing to take the risk. These dudes may not be my homies. They'll love y'all though. At the time of recording this, season 5 volume 1 is only out, so I don't know how it ends yet. Maybe it'll give me more reasons to want to live there. But I have some predictions. Spoiler warning, because these might be accurate. I don't know. I'm kind of a genius. Starting with a crazy one. Someone's gonna die. Not for real though. I think Robin and Steve are probably gone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see it coming. Robin and Steve are too beloved.
I don't think both. I think one or the other. I think it's definitely Steve. I think Steve is definitely gone.
And they can't keep Steve in the show, bro. He's gonna take Nancy away from Jonathan. Number 8,
sure.
I don't think she'll die, but maybe. I mean, it might be Punisher for giving us the most boring episode of the entire show.
Right.
I'm still standing by it. That episode was boring. I actually find it funny that after her review in the last episode of Volume 1, all of a sudden, hella people liked this episode. Like a bunch of y'all just came out the woodworks and said, yeah, the most boring, most random episode in the entire series that had no point in the story until 8 years later. Yeah, that one was always my favorite. But y'all just lying. And I think they're gonna try to make Vecna good. Honestly, I think that's the direction they're going in. The way he was looking at that cave makes us feel like he has like some dark memory with it, and I'm not here for it, okay? I don't want to sympathize with someone who killed mad kids.
Right.
Unless it's like Darth Vader, you know. That's a little different. That's pretty much all the shows I wanted to go over in this video.
What the hell? That's Digital Circus, nigga?
Unless it's like Darth Vader, you know. That's a little different. That's pretty much all.
Oh, they moving crazy. God damn. Oh, I'm gonna have to see this. What the freak? Hey, shout out Derek. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here. Yo, that's tough.